Hello and welcome to a slightly little bit of a different video today. For a change, I'm going to start a segment on my channel called Dishy Dan's Top Tips. I like the name. So I'm just going to give you tips where I've been on my travels. This video is going to be for you if you're arriving in Bangkok for the first time and you're a first time backpacker. This is basically going to give you some knowledge of what I wish I'd known when I first went to Bangkok. My first tip is, where do you stay in Bangkok before you even get there? So the first thing you should know about Bangkok, pretty much where every backpacker will go 9 times out of 10, is a place called Khao San Road, which is in the very center of Bangkok in the old town. And so in this video I'm going to assume you're going to be staying there, and it's definitely, if you want to be meeting people where a lot of stuff is going on, that is your place to be. So the hostel I recommend you stay at is called Nap Park Hostel. From Khao San Road, it's a 5-minute walk if that. And it is a mix of groups, a mix of solo backpackers, and it's just a really awesome place to meet people. In the daytime, there's people downstairs talking, they go off for the day, or at night, they socialise downstairs, they play drinking games, they play all different types of games where everyone is involved. The earlier you book it, the better, because it is so popular there, it gets fully booked. Like, I'd say book 2 to 3 nights, because it gives you flexibility if you want to stay there longer or you want to leave. Tip number 2. So what is the best way to get into the city from the airport? You've got 2 options of getting into Bangkok. You can either take taxi or you can either take the train. The thing with the taxi will get you there, but they can rip you off massively. Or the second option is if you go by train. For a taxi from the airport to Nap Park, it was 800 baht. A train ticket will cost 45 baht. So 800 baht to 45 baht, there is a big price difference. You're going to be buying a train ticket to Phaya Thai Station, and that is the last and 6th stop on the airport train line directly from the airport into the center of Bangkok. You're an 8 to 10 minute drive away from Khao San Road. It should be about 100 baht if they're using a meter in the taxi to Khao San Road, or if they're not using a meter, around 150 baht at Khao San Road. So tip number 3, what is Khao San Road? So by day it's a laid back road. They have restaurants there, they have all the vendors there. When it starts to come into the evening, then it starts to get a little bit more busier with tourists, or if you're feeling really adventurous in terms of food, your little bugs and spiders on sticks. You have scorpions on sticks as well. So when it actually comes fully dark, Khao San Road pretty much turns into the mental place that it's known for. You will hear a cocktail of music in all of your ears from all different parts of the streets, and basically cut loose and have fun. Tip number 4, the best way of getting around Bangkok in terms of transportation. You have buses, trains, tuk-tuks, motorcycle taxis, and ferries. There's 6 ways of getting around the city. The bus is by far the cheapest way of getting around the city, and you know where you want to go. Ask the locals, or ask the hostel, or use Google Maps. There's 2 things with taxis that you have to be aware of. By law, they have to be using a meter. The majority of taxis do not use meters. It's sort of an accepted thing. Just to give yourself an idea of how much distances should cost, ask a local again, ask travelers. Tuk-tuks are a very fun way of getting around the city, and they are a lot more expensive than taxis. Now they will try and rip you off more. The idea is haggle them down. If it's too much, just walk away and find another one. Motorcycle taxis are very good fun to get around as well, and you'll know they're a motorcycle taxi because normally they wear an orange vest. Some of them have been fair priced and others have just been astronomical prices. On the bike you're just whizzing in between cars. It's good fun as well. There are different ferry points where you can come on and off that go up the main river of Bangkok, and it's a really lovely way of just seeing different areas of Bangkok. It's really nice to do at night or evening, because you see all the lights coming on, and it's a set price. It's quite cheapish, it's middle of the road. Walking is really good because it's free. It's very accessible to get around. From Khao San Road, for example, you can walk to the Grand Palace. It's a 15-20 minute walk. So the final way of getting around the city is by the Sky Train, the Sky Rail. It's very well connected. Tip number 5, what to expect in terms of food. Thai food for me is some of the best food on the planet. If you're on Khao San Road, and there's a lot of restaurants there, they have Western food, they have Thai dishes. When you're at the restaurants, expect to pay more. The prices will be, for a basic pad Thai, that will be about 180 baht. Or if you want to save money and you want to eat cheaper food, eat the street food. Now the street food will predominantly be Thai food. You'll have people selling soups, curries, pad Thai, but you can still pay around 70 to 80 baht because it's in a touristy area. It will cost you more money. So what I love to do is go out of Khao San Road and you'll see side streets and you'll see street vendors there. Now the best way, rule of thumb, to tell if it's good street food is there will be a lot of local Thai people eating there, and if they are, it will be a lot cheaper and it will taste very good. That's what I recommend you do if you want the absolute street Thai food at its best. Tip number 6, where to see in Bangkok. What are the best places to see, go, visit? For me, I've been there quite a few times now, and there's still so many places I want to see. So to narrow it down for you, I'm just going to tell you about the places I've actually visited. So let's start with the main attractions. First of all is the Grand Palace. The Grand Palace is absolutely stunning. There's Wat Pho, which is a lovely temple, and it is right next to it. Right next to that as well, which is really popular, is called the Reclining Buddha. Then there's the other temple called Wat Arun, which is the Temple of Dawn. You can get the ferry over the river to it. Then in terms of shopping, you're sport for choice in MBK Mall. Now this place I've actually found is cheaper than Koh San Road, and it is basically a 6-floored mall in the center of Bangkok. As well, they have over 2,000 shops there as well. Another place I recommend you go, Shaka Chat Market, and it's a weekend market which is just ridiculously busy, and it's beyond massive. It's very cool to see because they have some fantastic food there. Because it's also very touristy there, the prices can be that little bit more as well. So I'll give you 2 places that I really like that aren't so touristy. The first one's called Lumpini Park. I guess you could compare that to New York Central Park. Around 6 o'clock they had a massive Zumba class, I think, and they were just playing music over the speakers, and they were just there dancing like this and that. The second place I recommend you check out is called Asiatique. You'll find a lot more Thai people there than actual tourists. It's right on the riverfront. You can also get a ferry to it, so it's a lovely way to get there. They have like this little shopping outlet. You can haggle there. You can get some food there, get some drinks there. Tip number 7, scams and dangers to be aware of whilst in Bangkok. One thing which is very popular is pickpocketing. So especially when you're in your main areas where it's very busy. So a good thing to minimize, if you have a backpack, wear it on your front. If you have a handbag, don't wear it over the one shoulder. There'll be 2 people on the motorbike, one driving and the other one who will come and swipe the bag. I'd put the bag over your neck, all right? Because if they come by trying to swing it, it's on your neck, so it's just gonna pull like that instead. So bag snatchers, pickpockets, look out for them. You'll wanna have certain streets where you don't want to walk down. If you're in a group, fine, it's a little bit different, but if there's an easy way of getting home and it minimizes the risk, take it. The majority of people are lovely in Thailand. They are some of the loveliest people you'll ever meet. One common scam that you'll see a lot of the taxi drivers do, and the Tuk Tuk drivers especially do, they'll show you like a plastic A4 card. Just the main attractions. They take you into the Tuk Tuk. They'll say, oh, I've just got to stop by my friend's shop, and it'll be a jewelry shop, it'll be a clothes shop. It's normally double the price, sometimes triple the price. When you buy something from the shop vendor, the taxi driver or the Tuk Tuk driver gets a share of that. So be aware of the dangers, be aware of the risks. The 8th and final tip, the art of haggling. It is a haggling country. This is one of my most favorite things to do in Thailand, in Asia. Do not be put off if you think you're hurting their feelings by saying a lower price or you're being cheeky. This is the way I look at it. They're being cheeky to you by starting at such a high price. So there's nothing wrong with being cheeky back. Have a bit of fun with it. Taxis, tuk-tuks, transportation, have fun and haggle. In the vendor's head, they have a price already which they're willing to sell their item at. Let's say they say to you 1,000 baht for these trainers. They say to you, okay, but special deal for you, 800 baht. For example, I would say 450. So it automatically just sets that bar a little bit lower in terms of price. Do not buy at the first vendor you see, because a lot of them have the same items of clothing. Shop around because they will all vary in price. If you follow these tips, this will lead you to having the best time in Bangkok that you can possibly have. I really hope it's a helpful video and you have a great time in Thailand. Enjoy your holiday and see you next time.